Hey, Move Nation. I am back. Commercial right now. Where's my clicker? No, it's right there. Freddie Peralta's on the mound. Okay. Butler. Rooker is the DH. Soldstrom is at first. Langers is behind the plate. Bleedy is in center. Wilson short. Aguilar is in left. Uishla is at third, and Muncie is at second.
Playing pretty good baseball right now, 9-10. Lawrence Butler right at the top of everything. He's leading things off against Freddie Peralta, who's been dominant so far this year. 1-1 with a 2.31 ERA. Yeah, takes the ball for the fifth time.
1-1, 2.31 ERA. Here comes the first pitch from Peralta. Foul ball. 96. Back for a souvenir.
So far in 296, couple of homers. He's driven in 5. And he fouls another one back. This is a very aggressive A's team. They're going to be swinging early and on. Just 8.2% walk percentage. That's 24th in baseball. So, yeah, they are aggressive. They're looking to put the ball in play, especially early against Freddie. Peralta's 0-2 on the way.
Peralta's 0-2 is upstairs.
The key for Freddie Peralta is the race to 2 strikes within the first 3 pitches.
The race to 2 strikes.
Talks about Freddie Peralta. How quick can he get to 2 strikes within the first 3 pitches? Got there on the first 2 to Butler. Now he's 2-2. Slider was a mystery for Freddie in his last outing against Arizona. The changeup was very good. The curveball came on late in that start. And a swing and a miss at that changeup. Strikeout number 1. Hey, the landmark credit union defense behind Freddie Peralta. You got Jackson Churio in left, Garrett Mitchell at center, Sal Frelick in right field, Caleb Durbin at third making his major league debut, Joyo Ortiz at short, Bryce Turang at second, Jake Bowers gets the start at first, and William Contreras behind the plate. There's Caleb Durbin over at third base.
Caleb Durham is making his big league debut. Skies one into the air. For out number 2.
For sure. This is one of the best sluggers in all of baseball. 39 home runs last year. Brett Rooker and Freddie Peralta puts him away on the first pitch. Here's the talk of Major League Baseball for the first 3 weeks. Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom was the top first 3 games.
And he lines one towards left. Dave Churio has to field it on bounce. A base hit for Soderstrom. So another first pitch swing. That's 3 batters in a row taking a hack at the first pitch.
Yeah.
Soderstrom lines it into left field, and you're right, Jeff. He is on the air right now, one of the best hitters in all of baseball. This is like
Yeah.
Center cut again. Freddie Peralta just swinging the bat early, and Soderstrom lines a base hit for left field. And the old nickname when they used to be in Oakland, the Swinging A's.
The swinging A's and losing A's.
A's catcher takes a strike. 97 on the gun for Peralta.
97 on the gun for Peralta. Come on in if you're going to be watching that Pete McDivitt show. Fouled back. Langoliers, 29 long balls. No.
Pretty good defensively, although he has really struggled throwing out runners this year. Yeah, he hasn't been as accurate this season throwing out runners. He's a career 22% catch, around league average. A good defensive catcher and can swing it.
Yeah. Ooh. Ah,
97.
97.
That's where Shea Langeliers likes to have the ball up in the zone. He's one of the best high ball hitters in baseball. Look at the arsenal right here from Freddie so far this season. 61% four-seamers. I think that's notable.
Huh.
And then the change
Yeah,
as well.
I think so,
Away
buddy.
from the slider a little bit this season.
0-2. Both the kicks deals. Ball in the dirt. That was a curveball. Well, a.k.a. Uncle Charlie.
Came about for him that year as a secondary pitch.
As we get settled in here, we get rocking and rolling.
It was the sweeper that he was throwing because it was an accidental pitch. Right. Yeah, Freddie's at his best when he's using his secondaries.
1-2 pitch. Another ball.
So I think that's what we're seeing from Freddie so far.
2-2 the count.
With the heater, and so that he can set up his secondary offerings. The curveball's been really good as well. Curveball usage is up this year. That was the pitch he got to the big leagues with, was the curveball. 2-2 on Langeliers.
2-2 on Langeliers. Another ball. 3-2.
That's a pretty good take right there, especially
Curveball.
Can get to chase below the zone. And he spit out all of the breaking balls so far in this AB.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Curveball, slider, curveball, and now
Curveball, slider, curveball.
and it's popped up.
Popped up. Oh boy. Durbin makes the final out.
He makes the catch. Brewers coming up after a 0 from Freddie Peralta.
1 hit, nothing comes of it.
Introducing the bowl with Caliente Cantina Chicken Menu from Taco Bell. Here for a limited time.
Now's the time for a great deal on the new Hawk. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelly Blue Book Best Value brand, right now you can get a $419 per month lease or 3.99% APR on 2025 Highland all-wheel drive Sport.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your outfit first before meeting your girlfriend's family. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Why would he even wear that dumb shirt? I'll be right back. I gotta eat some ice cream. But come on in though. I'm still here. I'm still gonna be acting. Quack-a-doo-doo-doo. I guess.
Pat Murphy and Brewers taking 2-3 against the Detroit Tigers to start this homestand. An off day yesterday, much needed for the squad. And his starting line brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Sarang Churio and Yelich at the top. Contreras, Frelick, Bowers in the middle. Ortiz, Garrett Mitchell, and then Caleb Durbin in the 9th spot, making his major league debut. Right-hander J.T. Ginn was outstanding in his first start of this season. Made 2 very impressive starts in the minor leagues to start the season as well. Yeah, Saturday against the Mets, 89 pitches, 5 1/3, just gave up 1 earned run. Saw a lot of 96s and 97s last time out against the Mets. Let's see what the velocity is today. I asked around the A's camp, and they said probably likely due to a lot of adrenaline in his first start in the big leagues this season. Found away to sinker, throws the cutter a ton. Throws the cutter to lefties, and the changeup to lefties. To righties, it's going to be sinker slider. Again, hopefully that velocity is 92, 94. Swing and a miss. There was 92 with the cutter.
92 with the cutter.
Ginn was the odd man out in a 2-person race for the final spot in the rotation to begin the season, but Ginn threw so well in the minor leagues, decided to bring him up. Yeah, flip-flop with Joey Estes.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Swing and a miss.
For JT Ginn.
Aggressive with 2 strikes with the cutter. A couple of cutters that Sal was not able to get on top of. Not something that we've seen from Sal a whole lot. A swing and miss in the zone. Just wasn't ready for it.
Strikeout. Swing.
Again, a former first rounder that did not sign originally, and then a second round pick out of college. Mississippi State ground ball sharply hit to second base from Churio. Max Muncy throws him out. 2 quick outs. Here's Christian Yelich. He homered on Wednesday. Bomb out to right center field into the Toyota territory. For a run. Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run leaderboard.
Hopefully this is something that we're going to see a whole lot more from Christian Yelich. He is swinging the bat well. He's hitting it hard. Just has not got a ton of results so far this season. A couple of hits a couple of days ago.
And Yelich able to lay off a slider down and in. No appeal. 1 ball, no strikes. Had his big charity event last night. Glowing reports from everybody that went. Goo Dolls, Nicotine Dolls, Charlie Barron's performed. Ground ball, first base side, and foul.
Yeah, asked Yelich about it. He said it was a great time. He said he's just a fan of the Goo Goo Dolls and the Nicotine Dolls. So he just had a really good time at the event. What a cool thing for Christian Yelich to put on.
Great for his charities and great for the city of Milwaukee. And Yelich takes inside. 2 balls.
Yelich takes inside.
I'm a fan of the Goo Goo Dolls, though, Jeff.
I agree.
Big fan. 90s grunge-ish era.
Yeah, they're in that neighborhood for sure. Brings me back.
2-1 to Yelich. He kicks and deals. That's inside and upstairs.
That's where it is for me.
Is that the name of the album?
No, that's my
my
favorite song from the Goo Goo Dolls. You could go Iris if you want.
Yeah, that was mine.
Whatever you're going to say. And that's down and in. So we'll walk in 2 outs issue to Christian Yelich as Vinny feverishly tries to get to the song catalog for the Goo Goo Dolls.
That's true.
Here's William Contreras. 10-game hitting streak for William. And 3 for 10 in that series against Detroit.
3 for 10 in that series for Detroit.
Going in the dirt. So
Going in the dirt.
2 hitters. Lost his command to Yelich. Goes ball 1 on Contreras.
Yeah, be a little bit too careful.
Throws ball 1 to Contreras.
So, like I said, he's swinging the bat. You can tell Christian is really seeing the ball well right now.
Yeah.
Decided to be real careful with him.
He didn't want to give up a long ball. In tight. 2-2.
10-game hitting streak, Jeff.
No, I mean 2-0. Excuse me.
With 3 homers and 11 RBIs. But the first 9 games before that, he was 2 for 27.
It was 2 for 27.
Brewers have needed their middle of the order guys to get it going on that.
Yeah.
Contreras was the first. Yelich in spurts in that series in Colorado, and then Rhys Hoskins has come on of late. Homers in back-to-back games. 3-0. Swinging away. Nice play made at third. Throw across the diamond is going to be in time. Gio Urshela vacuum over at third base. Takes a hit away from William Contreras. Been doing this a long time, Gio Urshela.
Yeah.
Taking it for left field, but he says not this time.
Take big with these hot deals in Menards, all after 11% rebate. Clean up with 81-ounce footage, just $2.39. A 40-count pack of 55-gallon cleanup bags is only $8.89. Big 18-pound bags of lawn fertilizer are just $19.99. A 6-pack of men's cane socks, only $3.99. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get weekly flash plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money in Menards.
Hey, this $5 Mega
Millions game is super exciting.
There are prize multipliers built into every play. So the lowest prize you can win is $10. Plus,
Yeah.
bigger jackpots.
That's something on the screen.
$5 Mega Millions really is something to shout about.
It's available at Wisconsin lottery retailers near you. Like this one.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, then it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller Time.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is.
I just to make sure I was copying it, but
Now it's not.
alright. I don't know.
See, orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Put that and that. And
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
We're back at American Family Field. Brewers welcoming the A's here for the start of a 3-game series. And for Caleb Durbin, his major league debut, getting the start at third base here today. And Pat Murphy spoke about the move. The decision to call up Caleb Durbin, they're looking to get more offensive production out of third base. The Brewers have the lowest OPS from that position, just .421. So Caleb Durbin takes the spot of Oliver Dunn. They want to get him some more regular playing time down in AAA. And so Caleb Durbin, he made a really good impression on the Brewers after being acquired in that trade with the Yankees in the offseason along with Nestor Cortez. Showed up in spring training, 18 games for him, played across the infield, got a ton of playing time over at third base. And Pat Murphy said we're going to be seeing a lot of him. They want to give him regular playing time at that position here to get him settled in to the big leagues and give him a good shot of producing offensively. And it's a big story for him. He's a local kid, essentially, growing up in Lake Forest, Illinois, just about 60 miles away. He told us he had 36 tickets that he left for family and friends coming here to see him for his major league debut. He said there's even more that he doesn't even know about. But he's excited to be here. He played collegiately at Washington University, was drafted by the Atlanta Braves, bounced to the Yankees, and now he's here with the Brewers guys. It'll certainly be a day he'll never forget.
He's a guy after our hearts. Vinny, Division III athletes ourselves, and Caleb Durbin, another one. Slight delay on the field, by the way, because Jackson Churio blew out the webbing of his glove. Telling Garrett Mitchell, hey, man, throw a little softer next time. So he had a new glove. See if he gets that old one relaced, and it's out there to the top of the third inning. So it's great to see Caleb Durbin up the big leagues. Pat Murphy was not shy in singing his praises during spring training. Called him happy because, hey, it just makes me happy. And now Murph can be happy again.
He's a gamer, right? I mean, we saw that all spring training.
yeah.
Kind of a guy similar to Sal Frelick, really just lets it all hang out on the field.
Yeah.
Grinder type.
That.
But has some ability, has a lot of ability. He can really.
I strike 2-2.
797 OPS.
Yeah.
He strike out a whole lot.
I'm watching the chat on my phone, so I don't have to go
Over the course of his
in
career,
between.
mostly second, some third, should say.
J.J. Bleday at 2-2 and drives one foul down the right field.
Drives one foul
Into the third deck.
into the third deck.
Down into the lower slot for a souvenir. Bleday, one of the league leaders in doubles a year ago, had 43 of them with the A's. And this one's popped up. Third base.
This one's popped up.
Durbin
Durbin.
looking into the roof for the first time. Makes the catch. Every time he touches the baseball or comes to the plate, he's going to get a huge ovation from that section of fans. The Durbin posse.
They come up from Lake Forest. I asked Caleb if he was going to stay at home and then take the Metro up. But he said no. Too many stops along the way, as we all know about that Metro.
Is Jacob Wilson had the longest hitting streak of the season so far at 15 games. That got snapped on Sunday last week. See that drastic wide open stance, and it's slightly high.
That's slightly high.
Pirates shortstop.
This kid's a first rounder for the A's a couple of years ago. The 6th overall pick, has incredible hand-eye coordination.
Does a lot of that. Ground ball to second base.
Ground ball to second.
Throws him out. 2 quick outs for Freddie Peralta for Miguel.
2 quick outs for Freddie Peralta.
It's a good young ball club right here for the Oakland A's. Or, excuse me, the Athletics.
That's the first one.
They
That's
put it in
first infraction.
Put it in the jar. They're trying to build around this young core. This is not the A's of a couple of years ago where the Brewers are just going to have their way with them. This is going to be a grind of a series right here, Jeff.
Athletics.
A grind last year in Oakland when the Brewers visited the Coliseum for the final time. With these A's, who are now playing in West Sacramento for the next few years. And eventually, on to Las Vegas. That's the plan. Tuno and Duhar. And it's bounded foul.
Nice pounded into the dirt.
Duhar.
He's got really everything working so far, just really pounding the zone aggressive, and then that changeup. It's like a fast
Tie game.
hand.
I don't think I will be calling any games tomorrow.
2-1 to
Or
yanked foul.
yanked foul to that dugout.
From Freddie Peralta.
And Duhar is going to battle with 2 strikes. Doesn't strike out a whole lot.
The Blues playing Monday.
Good job for some weak contact.
We'll hold up on the curveball. 3 balls and 2 strikes now.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Ground ball past Durbin, the base
Oh.
and Duhar.
Same thing.
Second hit for the A's.
Second
2-out hit for the A's, too.
Thursday,
Brings up another veteran, Gio Urshela, made that great play against Contreras last half inning. There's a curveball that Duhar got.
It just kind of hung up in the zone just because, again, Freddie couldn't get him to chase out of the zone, so he kind of laid one in there, and Duhar laced it into the 6 hole for a base hit with 2 outs.
That's very high on Urshela.
What in the hell are you throwing that ball, Peralta?
14 pitch first inning for Freddie Peralta.
Yeah. I'll be right back, man. Mind you guys got the chat.
Base hit extended the frame. Urshela great with the glove. He's well traveled originally in the Cleveland system. And what he gives you offensively is a bonus.
Yeah, he made his money with the Yankees. Had a couple of really good seasons with them, and he's been a big league corner guy for a while now.
Finesse. Got a bite.
We talked about how Freddie Peralta, we talked about it in the pregame show, actually, Jeff, how Freddie Peralta is all the way on that extreme third base side of the rubber that creates so much deception to the hitter. It's also helped his velocity and the movement on his pitches.
Very high again. And how is he getting so much more velocity just by moving over a couple inches on the rubber?
Think about how much he's got to torque with that lower half in order to get through the baseball and get it back to the plate. Even trying to get it to cross corner, he's really got to use the ground well, and I think the ball's jumping out of the hand because of it. And think about the spin that he's going to be able to create with the curveball as well. Same thing with the changeup, the movement going the other way.
Foul back. You got to imagine that changeup with the additional movement that he has on it. There's some more velocity on it too because of the way that he's throwing it. Nightmare for right-handed hitters.
Yeah, total nightmare. Right on right changeups from Freddie.
3-2, runner goes. Swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout for Peralta. A's strand another runner.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Right now, lease a 2025 RAV4 for $369 a month, or lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $549 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Thanks everyone, especially Vicky. She saved us enough to help us open our second location.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Wisconsin, it's an honor to be trusted by you because this is home. When you need us, we are here. One call, that's all.
Snoopaloo, bring your green hat. That's Peanuts night at the ballpark. No score, bottom of the second inning. Advanced Stat brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. This is April run differential. Brewers second best in the big leagues behind the Cubs. Cubs had a big run output today on the north side. What a wild game that was against Arizona. It's a 2-1 game going into the bottom of the seventh inning. And a 13-11. Wild.
For the D-backs put up 10 runs.
Yeah, top of the eighth.
And then lost.
Imagine, that's tough. Tough slip.
Yeah, wind was blowing out at Wrigley.
South Frelick hit his first home run of the season on Wednesday. Brewers been swinging the bats great since the calendar switch to April. There's a strike.
You see it, Sal dedicated that home run to the 105-year-old veteran. That was such a cool moment.
And McClavick, who was with us and on our broadcast on Wednesday. And that's going to be a foul ball. Sal didn't mean to do it. That was such a powerful moment. He was down on the field and threw out a first pitch and then joined Sophia for an interview there in the middle of the ball game. And for a lot of players, his second oldest living survivor of the Pearl Harbor disaster. It's just crazy. And really puts this world in a ton of perspective. Here's Muncy throwing on the run, and he gets South Frelick for out number one. Perspective, I think, is the best way to describe what that moment was for a lot of the kids.
Yeah, that was so cool. Got me choked up here. What a great moment.
Jake Bauers making the start today over at first base. Hasn't seen a ton of playing time, a lot of time off the bench as a pinch hitter. Maurice Hoskins in the lineup. So Bauers is in there. And Bauers takes a strike. Trying to stack as many lefties as you can. The only guy who can hit left-handed, Isaac Collins, is switch hitters on the bench tonight.
It counts typically better against left-handers hitting from the right side, but JT Ginnett is tough on right-handers. Got that hard sinker, really good slider to go with it.
One, two, really pounding that inside corner to left-handed batters, not just with the cutter, but with that sinker too.
He's trying to get the feel for that comeback sinker like he showed right there.
Go back in there. Missed it.
So a slider to a lefty. We'll show that.
Two on Bowers. Get tight. That was the cutter. Makes sense. You throw slider first and then the cutter. They almost look the same coming out of the hand.
Yeah, definitely. You want to throw that cutter off of the slider. It's not going to have as much movement. A lot of guys are throwing that cutter up in the zone, actually. We see that a lot from the Brewers.
That's a cold third strike on the inside corner. Yeah, Bowers is rung up. Second strikeout for Ginn. And now a quick message from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Joey Ortiz now. 2 out of 11 on this homestand. Couple of runs batted in. And takes strike one. Played every day short for Pat Murphy. He's not had a day off yet. Brewers have Vinny Capra, who has the ability to play shortstop. Of course, Bryce Terang could play. Still trying to fight through that shoulder a bit. Plus, he's so good at second base. Tough to take him off of that position. Platinum Glove winner. Ortiz has done a great job at short.
Yeah, up the middle. The Brewers are so strong defensively with those two. I feel like Joey's just so close to getting it going with the bat as well.
Hit some balls hard. This one popped up, foul territory, and in the seats. Much like Christian Yelich, on the barrel, but right at guys.
Yeah, we saw him dump one in there for an RBI last game against the Tigers. Hopefully something like that will get him going.
Kind of the count 1-2 on Ginn. That's foul.
It ain't him. No.
Mitchell to the plate is on deck. All the base runners for both teams have come with 2 outs. A couple of singles for the A's. 2-out walk issued to Yelich in the first. Take was missed by March 2-2.
Yeah, so
2 and 2 the count.
10-3 in games where they score first. It's just because of that great bullpen that they have.
Come on in if you blame spanking new, everybody.
Another good take. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Same can be said about the Athletics as well, right? You don't want to see some of their leverage arms in the back end of their pen, including Mason Miller.
Arguably the best closer in the sport.
Right. 33 of 36 in his career saves.
8th pitch of the at-bat to Ortiz, and he tapped it foul to stay alive.
That's what I mean about Joey. I feel like he's so close. He's extended at-bats, fouling off tough pitches. A pretty good sinker at the bottom of the zone that chased Joey down below. Pretty soon something will click for him. Caleb Durbin at all.
And he locked him up. Fastball in the top of the zone, back-to-back Ks. Ends the inning for Ginn.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be
A competitive number. With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
well, a number.
Is it competitive? Iconic Italian beef have arrived at the Chocolate Factory. Baked Chicago-style and piled high with provolone and giardiniera. Served with a smile and a side of au jus. Plus, our permission to make a mess. Taste for yourself at the Chocolate Factory.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings on GE Profile appliances. Sleek outside, dual dispense inside, and all-in-one laundry that can wash and dry in one machine. So cool. Get free delivery now at the Home Depot.
My name's Stacy. I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020.
We were adopted in 2019.
And we were adopted in 2021.
We had a house, and it sounds crazy, but it wasn't a home. The one thing that Jake and Emma brought is it became a home.
When I met Dakota, he had just turned 14.
You weren't there for the first this, first that. I missed the first words, but we got a lot of other firsts.
Huh?
Watching her say, "Oh my God, I cannot believe I got my license," and she's like, "I passed," and I'm like, "Girl."
See them grow.
The Brewers record actually hanging on, I can tell you.
They didn't have to. They chose us.
The Brewers are 10-9. The Athletics are 9-10. So it's just with us.
Nowhere near complete, but it is now.
If you want to know what shit I'm wearing, it's the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. That's why I'm kind of cutting off camera, because I don't want to have this chat bugging me about politics.
Far away, Brewers Star Wars Night returns on May 16th, presented by ESPN Milwaukee. Don't miss out on a Jedi Jackson Churio bobblehead when you buy a special theme night.
Muncie up to the plate.
Brewers.com/theme nights.
Now, this is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. The Jedi Jackson, look at that, with the lightsaber and everything. Did you really have to get into the galaxy far, far away, Vinny? Or are you a Star Wars fan?
I mean, I've seen them all. I'm not a huge Star Wars, what would you call it?
Fan.
I feel like people really get into it and take it to another level, which there's nothing wrong with it. That's awesome. But it's just not me.
This is really cool.
That is really cool. He is a Jedi, by the way.
Yeah.
Feels like he's swinging a lightsaber at the plate at times, cutting through baseballs, using the Force. The Force is strong with that one.
Yeah, it is.
Look at this. Is this cool?
It is cool. It's a blue lightsaber.
It is blue. See, just in case you want to see it, right there. Blue. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Freddie Peralta.
Another strikeout for Freddie.
Leadoff man retired. That was Max Muncy. Now it's Lawrence Butler.
He climbs the ladder again a couple of times in this at-bat against Max Muncy. Right at the top of the zone. Can't catch up to it. One of the top prospects kind of forced into action is Max Muncy. There's Freddie Peralta for you.
First pitch ball with a changeup to Lawrence Butler. He struck out in the first inning. Butler signed one of the richest contracts in A's history during spring training. 7 years, $65.5 million.
Huh.
One of the guys that this franchise trying to build around, as you talked about, Vinny. That one swayed to the
Left.
It is slicing.
Foul ball, they say.
Nice catch. Yeah, fives all the way around. Nice play, bud. Yeah.
Taking a grab down there. Love that. Yeah.
Seats in the corner. Get a souvenir. 1-2. Yeah.
1-2.
Skipped about 5 feet in front of the plate. A's true to form, Vinny. Aggressive on that first pitch, first time through against Peralta.
Yeah, 5 times first pitch hacking against Freddie Peralta, being aggressive himself in the zone.
Ground ball on the right side, pass. Bowers, a one-out single. Got to 90.
One-out single.
His hands did Butler, quick hands.
talented young man. They call him the Law Dog. Lawrence Butler takes a fastball, almost hits a home run in the left field foul pole, and then, like you said, Jeff, quick hands, fastball 97 under his hands, and he's got that short compact stroke to get to it for a one-out base hit.
Brings up Brent Rooker, fly to
Brent Rooker up the plate.
He did. Lance Parks, the other crew chief, down at first base. Rooker, 39 homers, 112 driven in last year. Swing and miss. Also got a big contract extension in the offseason. The Brewers saw Tom as a Minnesota Twin.
5 years, $60 million for Rooker.
And the A's spent some money this offseason.
Pedro Severino, that was the richest contract they doled out. Starter that the Brewers will see tomorrow.
Luis Severino will, former Met, he gets it tomorrow against the former A, Chad Patrick. That is inside. 2 balls and a strike on Rooker.
2 balls and a strike.
Anything middle, in, and down, you got to be very careful to Rooker. Will chase down below the zone, especially down and away.
Now 3-1 on Rooker, got to be careful. The ballpark that the A's are playing in for at least the next 3 years, Sutter Health Park in Sacramento. And there, a lot of people think that Rooker could hit 50 homers this year. Swing and miss. It's 3-2.
Good change of, yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a bandbox, but if the wind is blowing a little bit out, that place does play small.
You've played there, Vinny. It's been a while since you've played there, but
it's been a while. Never. That played big for me, let's be honest.
Here goes. 3-2 is long.
One of goes.
First time in the game that multiple runners are on. Number 3 hitter Tyler Soderstrom's coming up. Statcast powered by Google Cloud, and big league leading 9 homers for Soderstrom. That's where they have all come within the strike zone.
Yeah, 4 on the fastball and 4 of them on the breaking ball, 1 on the changeup. But yeah, a lot of damage being done on pitches middle to the inner part of the plate.
Yeah.
This kid, he's got all kinds of talent. They say he's super humble, quiet, and he's leading the big leagues in home runs with 9 right now.
More than Cal Raleigh, more than Aaron Judge. Former first-round pick, number 26 overall in the 2020 draft.
He was super wide open with his setup last year and squared off a little bit more, and now there's more of a vertical barrel, or up and down barrel instead of flat in his setup, and that's helped him.
This is down and in.
Misses down and in.
There's another California guy, too, from Turlock.
2 on, 1 out. 3rd inning.
Drafted by the Giants in '93.
Well, since
It's crazy to think about, right? You got Jack Wilson's kid that's playing in this game. You know, a guy that you played against, Vinny, at some point in life, the Pirates. Now his kid is in the big leagues. Just means we're getting old.
Yeah, we are. Yes.
That's off the end of the bat into right. Carry out to Freeland, who will make the catch. Butler tags, and ball's cut off. First and third, but you
first and third.
You can tell that Freddie was being extra careful with Tyler Soderstrom through a 2-0 changeup, and he saw it. He was
Come on in if you're brand spanking new.
to get it off the end of the bat. Look at that swing. That is a pretty looking left-handed swing, and he knows he just missed it.
Yeah, that swing reminds me a lot of Matt Olson.
Yeah. Good call.
Hands aren't far enough away for the Olsen setup, but the follow through, a former athletic as well, that is Matt Olson.
Yeah. Mark DeRosa for MLB.com did a side-by-side, and he's one of the best. Obviously, doing breakdowns of him and Ohtani, actually.
Oh, wow. Langoliers hits one in the air down the right
Field line.
And it's fouled for strike one.
One of the best. He is the best in the game at doing those breakdowns on MLB Network.
Peralta trying to get out of a mini jam in the third.
Walters and a mini jam.
Swing and
Swing and
a miss.
a miss.
Swing and miss from Langoliers up there.
2 out, 2 on, third inning.
Just driving the fastball.
Oh, yeah. The other thing I was going to
Chase.
Two strikes and nothing on Langoliers.
Langoliers. Nothing in 2.
Just missed.
Just a little bit outside.
Just missed, just off the edge.
Peralta was halfway down the mound.
Perfect pitch.
Perfect pitch, perfect everything.
It missed high, 2-2.
Missed high, 2-2.
Almost at 60 pitches, and
Only in the
this team, the
top of the
A's,
third.
wanted to be so aggressive. They've been taking some pitches from Freddie Peralta.
And some big misses from Freddie as well so far. I think you can put him away here.
2-2. Fouled away and up top again. So far, this is the type of situation where Langoliers has really cashed in. 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position this year.
The A's overall are third in baseball hitting with runners in scoring position.
Locked him up. Ortiz is out. Ortiz makes the call and the catch, and the inning ends. Caleb Durbin set to get his first big league AB. He's due up second in the bottom of the third.
Imagine this is your adorable family. You want to switch to T-Mobile, but you feel stuck paying off your old phones. Don't be sad, little Kevin. Switch your family to T-Mobile, and they'll help pay off those old phones. Noodles! And you'll get 4 new iPhone 16s on them. I'm aware we're using puppies to tell you about T-Mobile's amazing deals, but the other guys are making you pay more. I don't think they have any puppies.
T-Mobile's Family Freedom, our lowest cost to switch, our biggest family savings. We'll give you new iPhone 16s on us. Plus, get 4 lines for $25 a month.
Shameless.
Emily got her first job and her first paycheck. And now Emily wants stuff, to have stuff, and to do stuff. Emily's future is stuffed with possibilities. So she got the Landmark Credit Union app, and we set her up with a checking account, mobile deposits, and a debit card. We help make Emily's whole money thing not such a big thing. Your dreams are totally doable, Emily, but maybe wait until your second paycheck. Landmark Credit Union. Banking made easy.
Your weekend lineup is here. The Brewers battle the Athletics in a jam-packed series at American Family Field, April 18th through the 20th. First up, celebrate your favorite characters at Peanuts Night, featuring a one-of-a-kind Franklin Bobble. Then the epic giveaways don't stop. Get a Brewers football jersey on Saturday the 19th. Get ready for the action. Weekends at the Yard hit different. Grab your tickets now.
Yelich, a high drive. Goodbye.
Well, there's Caleb Durbin, a batter away from making his major league debut, and we are in the booth with the man who runs the minor league system for the Brewers. That's Tom Flanagan, and what a great start to the Brewers minor league system. You got rehab guys that are out with some of our minor leaguers, but I mean, Caleb Durbin, about ready to make his big league debut. What a great story.
Great story. Great story.
Yeah, had a couple good rehab outings today. Woodruff up in Appleton, pitched already, and then Myers tonight down in Charlotte for the Nashville Sound. So good to get those guys another step along the path back to Milwaukee.
And able to get Caleb Durbin from the New York Yankees, there had to be a lot of conversations about, okay, he hasn't been to the big leagues yet, but we like the profile that he has. What were some of those conversations like in acquiring a guy like Durbin?
Yeah, I think anytime you see a player like Caleb, what he does, he had an exceptional fall league, which is a showcase and got a lot of attention. Just the lack of strikeouts, drives the ball really well, steals bases, versatile defender. Just checks a lot of boxes. So I think anytime you're looking for upside, I think it starts with those attributes that he brings to the table every day. Those don't disappear too quick. So the guy you can get excited about.
He's a Pat Murphy guy.
Yes.
And Tom, it seems, and we talked about this on the pregame show a couple weeks ago, that it seems like you guys don't acquire a guy unless he is a gamer type of a guy that's going to compete, a guy that's going to work his tail off in order to get to that ceiling, right?
Yeah, I think that's always valuable. I think some of that is innate in players, and some of that is part of our culture. I think when they get around other guys that are, like-minded and just see that, passion that Murph brings to the table every day and instills in these guys, I think it's contagious where guys learn how to play a little bit more with an edge, and that's what we like to see.
Well, I got to say, it all starts from the top down, though. And Tom, you've been at the top now for a while here, in 35 years. Congrats, being with the organization. I mean, what an accomplishment to get to 35.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a little bit, it's a long time to be thinking it that way, but it's also been a blend. It's really moved fast, and it seemed like just yesterday. So
when you talk to people around the game, and let's maybe go back to Jeff Pierce, Caleb Durbin, this is a good week debut.
It's a great moment, and everybody from Lake Forest that he knows, maybe not in the ballpark tonight, but a lot of them are here. So 36 tickets available. And he takes ball one. You know what it's like to be a part of those phone calls when a guy gets the call from the skipper or from whoever it may be. And you've made a lot of those calls, I'm sure, saying, hey, pack your bags, you go on the show. Those are great calls to make.
It's exciting. You can't help but be excited for players like that. It's a memory they'll never forget, and waited their whole lives to get that call. And to be able to give it on occasion early, too, but when I do, it's exciting. But Rick Sweet was able to deliver the message to Caleb, and it's always an interesting story of how it goes down, but a very exciting time nonetheless.
1-1, a drive to left. It is back. It is just fouled into the left field line. Crowd didn't like it, just foul. No Brewers ever hit a homer in their first big league EV, and we just were really close to seeing a first. And he does not feel the bat in his hands, I guarantee you. He's got all kinds of adrenaline, and look at how much he missed this. It's going to be a double, wouldn't have gone out. Oh my goodness, 6 inches away from his first big league hit. Well, now you're sitting in an 1 ball, 2 strike count. And it's on their feet, they love it. And he took 2 balls and 2 strikes. You know what it's like to be in the batter's box in this situation. Are your legs, can you feel your leg? Well, he was already at second base when that ball hit the wall. That's how much he's amped up. But he's staying calm. In throws to Durbin, and a slow roll to third. Tough play. Schiller throws. First big league hit, Caleb Durbin. Did he look like a line drive in the book? And one cool moment, he gets the ball. He set the fall league record for stolen bases, so clearly Caleb Durbin can run. And Todd Flanagan just talking about how he has those contact skills, makes contact with a 2-strike pitch. And listen to this crowd. That's a cool moment for Caleb. At 1,000. How cool is that? There's Mom. Wow. That's great. What a great moment for the Durbins and for all friends and family. All right, Tom. So, Let's get into the Brewers minor league system. Carolina's off to a sizzling start, right? Jesus Made's leading the way, but there's some great hitters that are down there, right?
I believe they're averaging like 7.5 runs a game. It's early in the system, obviously, 2 weeks in, roughly for the full season clubs, with the exception of Nashville, which starts about a week early. They played a few more games, but Carolina's offense has been a sight to behold. At one point, they had about 8 regulars that had MPSs above 800, some considerably above that figure. But Jesus Mate, as you mentioned, has kind of got a lot of attention, obviously, in the spring. Is really off to a nice start. Kind of get things going, playing short most of the time there. Luis Pena, another infielder, played some at short and third. Really young kid, both of those guys. It's amazing when you think about it. 17 and 18-year-old kids. They're all second team.
And a fielder's choice of Terang will reach. Durbin out at second base. Next play made by Muncy at second. Josh Adamchevsky is a guy I want to ask you about. Hit a homer in his first at-bat on the big league side of things. I mean, really opening a lot of eyes.
Yeah, he's kind of been way under the radar. I'm not sure why. He had little injury issues early on, but he had a really nice season last year. He was in the Arizona Summer League and then also got up to Carolina, but really put up really good numbers and can really swing the bat. He's OPS over, I think it's 1,200 or thereabouts right now, and plays second every day down there in Carolina and just brings a lot. Left-handed bat with some juice, as you mentioned. But that lineup from top to bottom, it's just been a sight to behold. Some of the guys, catcher Marco Dinges, Eric Batante playing at first, I mean, they're having really solid years. There's 6 or 8 guys that so far every night it's been, most of those guys going on.
And as you said, Adam Chesky's under the radar, off the top 30 prospect list. I mean, that's not going to last for long.
Yeah, he was a later pick. Our scouts did another great job on him. He was 15th rounder back in 23 out of high school in Indiana. Had a slow start, had some health issues the first year, but put those in the rear view and really had a nice year. Last year, got a taste of Carolina, put up solid numbers, and he's off to the races here again this year.
And Braylon Payne, too, last year's first rounder, 11th, 12 stolen bases. He's got an OPS over 800. He looks the part. He looks, I mean, he's getting bigger, stronger.
Exactly. He got there briefly last year just to touch it and started out there again this year. But as you mentioned, our first round pick, off to an exceptional start for the Mudcats.
We got 2 outs, Tom. We want to make sure that we congratulate you properly on your 35 years of service with the organization. Look at you working in the clubhouse. Well, you started as a bat boy.
That's right.
And now here you are running the Brewers farm system.
That's an oldie there. That's back in Chandler, I think, in spring training 1 years. What is dating myself?
And what happened? You still look like a young man, Tom. So I've been in the game of professional baseball for over 2 decades now as well, Tom. And I tell you what, I've not heard one bad word ever spoken about Tom Flanagan, right? I mean, today I heard 7 bad words about Jeff Levering, but that's just true. I mean, you just 7. That's it. But I mean, it's just a testament to who you are. You're the glue that's really kept things together over all these years, and you just done an amazing job. So congratulations.
No, I appreciate it. No, I always tell people it's really not work. It's different every day. You come to the park, see something new, great people here. It's been just exceptional to have a chance to do a lot of things I've gotten to do and experience it with some great teammates here with the club.
Your wife Jennifer's here tonight, right? Yep. She did the belongings. Your son here too?
My son Michael, he's here as well.
That's great. I know they did a big thing for you in the restaurant and help celebrate the 35 years. That's not an easy thing to do. Before we let you go as well, Craig Yoho and Jacob Mizorowski, how are they doing so far?
Yeah, they're both off to a great start. Craig, he's given up a run yet out of the pen. I think 7 or 8 appearances already. And Miz is doing well. Started, I think, 3 or 4 starts already under his belt in Nashville. More than a strikeout a game.
Tony is on the run. He scores. It's happy double for Trio. Trio with a rocket to left field that burns Miguel Andujar. Cannot get back on it. And an RBI double for Jackson Trio, who had not been swinging the bat all that well. Checking out a sinker. Doesn't sink enough to get inside of the hands of Jackson Trio, and that's what this kid can do. Look at Terang cut the bases, scores easily. And Duhar's got right on the left. But Terang too fast. Look at that. coasting around the bases with Bryce Terang. So we're all guys there for you, Tom. We love to see it.
Jackson Churio is 21 years old. Bryce Terang, a former first-round pick. I mean, this whole Brewers team loaded with former first-rounders and guys that have come through this system.
Yeah, it's a testament to our scouting staff and development folks. Just kind of keep the line moving, keep accepting the challenge to find the next guy, and both internationally and the rest of the other scouts have really brought in some talent there.
Yeah, it's just a pipeline too. Talk about Cooper Pratt and how he's doing down there, and I mean the future's really, really bright for this guy.
Yeah, Coop's he's another guy off to a good start with Biloxi, and playing in his home state right now with the Shepherds, but off to a really nice start.
Gets it to left, Churio will score. Yes, Yelich makes it 2-0. 2-1 runner beyond Christian Yelich. And he is locked. There's no place to throw him in the zone. That's why you saw JT Ginn be very careful with him in the first at-bat. He laces a single RBI, big 2-0 RBI. Watch this swing. This is a thing of beauty right here. My goodness. Just stays inside it. It's a hard line drive to left field, and then there's no shot for the Jackson Churio at the plate. 2-0 Crew.
Almost started by the infield single from Caleb Durbin. And now Contreras takes a strike goal from Brewers. Keep scoring runs. You're going to have to come visit us more often, huh? Jeez, Tom.
Whatever it takes.
Have you gone out to some of the affiliates already?
I have not yet. I'll probably start that soon, but have not started making it. I'm trying to get the guys settled in, get them living in their city and stay out of their way for a little bit.
Well, they don't want the brass showing up too early, right? They make them nervous. Yeah, what's Manny doing here?
I get that. I was always nervous whenever you came into town, Tom. My goodness.
Is it going to be my time and I'm going to get cut?
Yeah, right. That's what I was feeling. Another 0 for 4 from Flanagan.
There weren't a lot of those in your full point time, Vinny. Come on.
No, there wasn't.
You dominated that league.
I fooled him for 1 year. Then the cat was on the bank. How about Bishop Letson? It's a guy that's really got the full repertoire, right? He's a young right-hander.
Yeah, very projectable guy. I believe 2023 draft, another later pick out of high school in Indiana, and very projectable guy. But he's starting to show a little more each time you see him. So he's a guy we're really excited about. A big right-hander, throws a sweeper that's pretty nasty, and off to a really nice start for the Timber Rattlers up in Appleton.
That one Rodriguez too.
Yeah, Manuel's another guy. Kind of has that. Not sure what it is, but gets a lot of swing and miss. A lot of guys just is not exceptional velo at this time. Probably more to come. But a young 19-year-old out of Mexico actually, and he's just got to get that invisible fastball. I mean, this guy's swing and miss and can't score it out.
I know this is not the only time we're going to talk to you this year, Tom. Thanks for a great inning. So a lot of great things. Durbin gets his first big league knock. Congratulations on 35 years.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's ain't turning to me.
And now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Everybody, watch out. I'ma keep back when you think like that. Everybody, watch out. Get out of the game, I don't take that back. Gonna get ya.
Introducing 2 new Baja Chipotle subs featuring our world-famous Baja Chipotle sauce. Listen, that's the Baja Chipotle talking. Well, it's actually me talking, but you know what I mean. Find your fresh with the new Baja Chipotle collection at Subway.
Back at American Family Field, Brewers and the A's now a 2-0 lead. Caleb Durbin making his major league debut. It's always a big day for the family. I'm joined now by Caleb's older brother, Regis, and you guys got the call yesterday that Caleb was coming up. You just watched your little brother get his first hit in the big leagues. Tell me about your reaction and just sharing this with your parents, Regis and Diane, and so many family and friends that came here from Lake Forest.
Yeah, that could not have been crazier. I mean, you watched it. Like, we all thought it was a home run. Everybody in Section 18 thought it was a home run. But obviously, they reviewed it in New York. Wasn't a home run. That's fine. He came back, got on base, beat it out. That's type of baseball, though. That's Caleb Durbin baseball. That's the Brewers. They're scrappy. It's awesome, man. He gave us a call. We found out Wednesday, and we were all so stoked. I mean, it's such a long journey to get here. I mean, you play rookie ball, you play low A, high A, double A, triple A, and even before that, there's not even a D1 offer, right? D3 baseball guy, scrapping through the Northwoods League to get here. Just an amazing story. I mean, kid's 5'7". We're all fired up. I'm obviously very fired up right now, Sophia, so it's amazing.
We love it. You should be fired up. It's your little brother. I know you guys have obviously grown up together. You train with him in the off season. You poured a lot into him. Tell us about Caleb as a kid. And you said he was just born to play baseball.
He was. I mean, the kid is born to play baseball. I mean, since he was 6 years old, just always baseball. But I mean, great baseball player, better person. I mean, the kid is just an amazing person. And it is so incredible to see him live out his dream, debuting in MLB, but hopefully it's going to be an awesome, very long journey for him for the Milwaukee Brewers. So.
Who's more nervous, your dad, Regis, or your mom, Diane?
I think it's my dad. I think he's somewhere else in the stadium right now, maybe down left field, or about that foul pole where he just missed that home run somewhere. But we're all nervous. We're all very excited to be here and support him. And the massive fan base here. I mean, I don't know, there might be 100 people here up from where we're from coming to watch him play. So it's amazing to be here.
Well, congratulations. It's a big deal for all of you. And enjoy the rest of the night. And you were here for his first hit, so that's what matters.
Thank you so much, Sophia. It's awesome. Go Brewers.
This guy gets it. He's all in, guys.
That was fantastic. Well done. Thank you so much, Sophia, and to older brother Regis. That's great. A lot of love from older brother to younger brother right there. And for Caleb, the former wrestler, I mean, think about the grappling that those two brothers have had to deal with.
I wonder who won. He's well put together as well. My goodness. What a cool moment for the family, right? Did his first big league knock and his first at-bat in the big leagues. Looks like he belongs.
2 on Andujar, you know exactly what it's like when you go to the plate for the first time in your major league debut. You grew up not too far away from Lake Forest, Illinois. It was not a hard travel for you to get up here. I mean, did you even feel your legs?
No, I didn't. It was, you think about the most nervous you've ever been and then multiply that by 1,000. That's what it's like. Yeah, what a cool moment for Caleb Durbin. It's a guy that, look, Pat Murphy loves this kid. He's a Pat Murphy type of player, scrappy, just a winning type of player. Maybe not the most flashy, but just a winner, and that's what Pat Murphy loves.
2-2 coming out. And a line drive base hit by Andujar. 97 miles an hour. Off the bat of Andujar, 96 coming in, so 2 on. Back-to-back singles, and Urshela's coming up. And Durbin is a grinder. Pat Murphy did not mince words when he was sent down to the minor leagues. He said, hey, he's going to be back. He's going to be back. He's going to impact his team in some way, shape, or form. And here we are on April the 18th, and he gets the opportunity to be in the big leagues.
It's very easy for him to go down to AAA and not be where his feet are and try and do too much and say, I should have been in the big leagues. It happens to a lot of guys that go down to AAA and they struggle. Not Caleb Durbin.
2-0 Brewers.
78 with a 797 OPS. He earned his way back Got an opportunity. Upper Dunn struggling a little bit. Got an opportunity to kind of switch spots with Ollie Dunn, and here he is.
Well, Vinny, how much of that is that he's brand new to the organization? He's just meeting people for the first time. He had been in the organization for 8 years, and nope, you're starting the year AAA. Probably was going to be a different story.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You got bitter or
ground ball, shortstop, Ortiz.
Ortiz. 6, 4, 3. Double play.
Ortiz started it, and Peralta gets the twin killing to get out of the inning and shut down frame from Freddie.
Ortiz started it. Peralta got the good old double.
They blend together to create an incredible feeling beyond cozy, cool, cozy.
Hey, if you're watching the Pete McDivitt show right now, come on over.
With all of life's curveballs, your travel budget is still steady.
Dad was a farmer, and when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle, but we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy. I want them to know when I'm sad. And I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's getting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're going to remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're going to figure it out together.
Game reset brought to you by Spectrum. Brewers got a couple of runs in the third inning. Freddie Peralta with 4 scoreless so far. Pitch count is up there for Freddie. He struck out 4. He's pitched through some trouble. 5 singles. No extra base hits. Here's Freelich, and he takes ball 1.
Takes ball 1.
All 3 of the Brewers' hits came in that third inning where they put up 2 runs. RBI double from Churio, RBI single from Yelich. Freelich pops it up. On the infield, Wilson.
Pop up now. Bell. Jake Bowers is up.
Gets another shot at him.
Okay. Oh, sorry. And we're in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0. A's. Brewers. Over the A's.
I don't know about you, Vinny, but I kind of want to run through a wall after having Regis Durbin talk to me for a while, right?
You should give a couple of pep talks to the team at points during the season, because I'm with you. That fired me up as well. How about they can't find his dad though? Throwing up in the bathroom,
well, how many parents can sit in the same seat when their kids are playing? Right?
No, I know he's got to be so nervous. Yeah,
Stand up, go walk around the ballpark, go do the lap, go do something.
Totally. Now he's going to have to go wherever he just was for his next at-bat, because baseball people are very superstitious.
Not just a little stitious, superstitious. Matt Murphy talking to Caleb Durbin, who he has deemed happy. Thanks for everybody. Durbin is happy. Broken bat foul.
Broken bat foul. Yeah. Hi, you. Jake Bowers.
Let's see. JT can't hang a changeup right here to Jake Bowers.
Got to shut my door down the dog walk tonight. Oops.
74 pitches for Freddie Peralta through 4 innings. It has not been the norm for Freddie. That just missed. 2-2 on Bowers.
2-2 on Bowers.
Begins all over the zone. Misses are very slight.
Yeah, this is not the same JT Ginn that the Brewers saw last year out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
The changeup. Spiked it, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Spiked it, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, multiple pitches for strikes. That's when it's difficult to navigate that at bat as a hitter.
Foul.
He's shooting for that inside corner, that glove side corner against lefties that come back sicker.
He has rarely thrown anything to that arm side corner, right? Whether it's righties or lefties.
They want lefties to get their arms extended for sure.
Swing and a miss. That's the
Swing and a miss.
Strikeout number 5 for Ginn.
Hey, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Brewers gear.
Short again, a strikeout. He's got 6. Here's Joey Ortiz.
Here's Joey Ortiz.
And he takes it down and away.
He takes it down and away.
Earlier today, down the left field line. Totally renovated, by the way. Looks awesome. Good open concept for all your realtor friends out there. So it's very easy to navigate. There's really cool stuff down there.
Yeah, no doubt. There's a cool starter jacket that I was able to obtain.
Ooh, yeah. It's gonna be it's gonna be good for your next road trip that you make to a cold weather city. Hope you can model that for me at some point.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Yes.
Griffey Practouser has been proudly serving Wisconsin families for over 40 years. Unfortunately, a serious injury can turn lives upside down in an instant. Medical bills, lost wages, and insurance issues can be overwhelming.
If that happens to you, we have the experience, knowledge, and expertise to help you and your family.
Murphy and Practouser, helping Wisconsin families for over 40 years.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, EGA, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place for helpful hardware, folks. Thanks everyone, especially Vicky. She saved us enough to help us open our second location.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it would tell stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Militime.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not.
Commercial.
Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes the blue moon a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Great night to be at the ballpark in Milwaukee. 2-0 as we go to the 5th. Freddie Peralta back to work. 9-1-2.
9-1-2.
5 hits. He has struck out 4 and walked 1. And a line drive into left. Churio plays on and out. Leadoff single for Max Muncy.
Leadoff single for Max Muncy.
18 on this road trip for Muncy. He's got a leadoff first leadoff batter on against Peralta.
They hung up. Thought that Jackson was going to be able to run this one down just off the end, and then Jackson plays deep. He's better at coming in on the ball. Thought he had a decent jump at that.
If you're watching that Pete McDivitt show, come on over. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe.
As it is going back, as Freddie Bronco almost throws it back to the backstop.
See how deep Churio is. I mean, a few paces from the warning track. Seeing that a lot more in baseball these days. Give up some singles. Right. Also gives you more range into the gaps. Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to make a mistake, make it be in front of you instead of over your head.
Right. Try and avoid the multiple base, those extra base hits.
Yeah, well, that too.
Keep the double play in order.
Freddie got a big one behind him in the fourth. Got out of the first and second one-out situation. Butler, a base hit his last time. Back-to-back changeups.
Back-to-back changeups.
Feel for Freddie's secondary pitches just has come and gone tonight a little bit. The changeup's been there, hasn't been. Butler really hasn't had the feel for his breaking ball. Yet he's still scoreless through four. That's the thing about Freddie Brault. He has so much room for error, Jeff. So he may not have a pitch or two in his arsenal any given night, but that fastball's so good, he still gets a lot of mishits underneath the barrel.
17 changeups from Peralta, just 9 strikes thus far. There's a swing and a miss. 3-2, and a great changeup.
Yeah, that's the better changeup right there. 3-1
Oops.
count. Be careful of Lawrence Butler.
22 homers a year ago for Butler. He's got just 2 in the first 3 weeks. Runner goes. And pop-up, foul territory, third base side. Durbin gives it a look. Durbin reaches in and he makes the catch.
Wow. I get that as a...
What a catch by Caleb Durbin. Big first out of the inning, too. Navigates that railing. The visitor's dugout. Check out.
Who's that one? Oh.
Two homers a year ago for Butler. He's got just 2 in the first 3 weeks. Runner goes. Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta get a shot of that.
Foul territory, third base side. Durbin gives it a look. Durbin reaches in and makes the catch.
Wow, what a stunning play.
He's looking at this one for the first time, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
The visitor's dugout. Check it out. You gotta keep your eye on the ball the entire time in order to know exactly where this is going to come out. And then he takes a peek at the railing and then reaches in for a big first out of the inning. Nice play by Caleb Durbin.
Quick peek down, and he's got that opening that's right there too. He's feeling for it. Great awareness from Durbin.
Great awareness from Durbin.
And he takes outside ball 1. That is a much harder play than it looks to be.
Yeah, that was one heck of a play by Durbin right there. Navigating that railing is so difficult. And like you said, the opening there as well. Worried about taking a spill down those steps. Really good curveball that usually
Really good curveball.
The adjustment a little bit. Grounded into 2 double plays so far this season. Let's make it a third right here.
Just 3 out of 11 on the curveball in terms of strikes. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 3-2.
He's got Brett Wicker swing over the top of that changeup a few times tonight. Another well-located one. Down and in. Right over the top.
Just right over the top.
There goes 3-2, fouled away.
See where William Contreras wanted that one down and away. As we see Pat Mears, who's been throwing the ball really well, get loose.
Mears, phenomenal.
Pat Mears. We talked about that the other night, Jeff. Pat Mears from the Superfans Saturday Night Live skit.
Fouled away again, 97 from Freddie. I mean, could have gotten Rick Mears from NASCAR. Nick is getting ready. 3-2 on Rooker. 8th pitch of the at-bat. And he struck him out looking.
Struck him out looking.
Side corner, and he was frozen.
Good pitch from Freddie. This one comes back a little bit, starts away, and then comes back over that outside edge. Good call from William Contreras. Look at this one. Start away, come back, and William Contreras presents it very well. Big second out to get Brett Rooker.
That is a grown-up pitch right there from Freddie Peralta.
That is a grown-up pitch.
Needed to make a pitch this season so far, Jeff. He has done so for the most part. But last time out against the Diamondbacks in the 6th, ran into some trouble, wasn't able to do that. But here tonight, big spots, he's been making the pitch.
Only gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in that ball game. The 6 hits he's allowed today, all singles, with the most hits he's allowed in a game this season.
Hey, I just uploaded that
Toughest test.
to the YouTube channel. Could one of my mods pull that for me?
9 homers this year, had 9 homers all season last year.
Had 60-plus games.
And it's on the ground off of Peralta. And no play anywhere. If it's just left alone, it's a purely reactionary play from Freddie Peralta. That's right to either Terang or Ortiz as Soder's comes out. Instead, the inning continues.
It was off the end of the bat, you're right. Yeah, Joey Ortiz is going to be able to get that ball easily. Hits off Freddie Peralta, and he thought about trying to barehand it and spin and throw. Too far out of his reach. It hits his front foot, actually, outside of his front right foot. No chance to get Soderstrom. Actually runs pretty well for a first baseman.
Langoliers with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch swing, a bullet to right. Frelick is there, makes the catch, and Freddie Peralta navigates through traffic again.
Freddie Peralta.
Peralta got some good defense from Caleb Durbin, making his major league debut. Great catch by Caleb Reach. What do you got? Love it.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, lease a 2025 RAV4 for $369 a month, or lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $549 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
Who's Alex? Hey, pal. You know who's,
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday, Alex. That's so sweet. You remembered.
It's all about connecting with seamless connectivity from Spectrum. Let's work together.
Let's take everything we know about cancer
Commercial, everybody.
and turn months into years.
Let's share what we were. Share how we feel.
Let's cry about it. Be brave about it.
Use it to fuel discovery.
Comfort. Strength.
Promise. Let's remember what it was like before cancer.
Well,
And push to bring that feeling back.
2-0 Brewers as we go to the bottom half of inning number 5. 8, 9, and 1.
8, 9, and 1.
All out on strikes back in the third. This is the same group that started the 2-run rally in inning number 3. Mitchell so far 2 out of 11 on this homestand. Action beginning in the A's bullpen. Check the swing, and you did. Ryan Addington down third. Jacob Lopez just up.
Jacob Lopez.
Las Vegas before the game today. Former Brewer Jason Alexander was sent back down to AAA.
Not the Seinfeld Jason Alexander.
Not the actor that best plays George Costanza. No, the former Brewer. Brewers pitcher.
Yeah.
There's a strike right down the middle. 2-2.
2 and 2.
2 lefties now in that bullpen for the Athletics. You gonna count that against me? No. You caught yourself. Swing and a miss.
He was that short that I have.
Take a strikeout for Garrett Mitchell. Let's go inside the plate. Brought to you by Fraser Medical College of Wisconsin. Vinny first big league knock for Caleb Durbin.
Yeah, earlier in that bat, he almost went yard in his first big league plate appearance, and then he beats out a little dribbler down the third base line. Check out his mom, his whole family, all his friends and family here.
And brought to you by Fraser Medical College of Wisconsin. Vinny first big league knock for Caleb Durbin.
Yeah, earlier in that bat,
Caleb
he went yard
Durbin.
in his first big league plate appearance, and then he beats out a little dribbler down the third base line. Check out his mom, his whole family, all his friends and family here. First big league hit for Caleb Durbin. Congratulations.
They'll take ball 1 here. I mean, he was so close to hitting one out of the ballpark. It was foul, but maybe missed going over the strike by a couple of inches. And then the leg out, an infield single, I think it's fitting. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a damn miss.
1,000 batting average in the major leagues.
1 for 1.
1 for 1.
Better than that. It's fouled away.
That's fouled away.
Scrappy player will battle with 2 strikes. We saw that in spring training. They make contact, put the ball in play. That's what he did in his first at-bat, legged out a base hit. Washington University grad, Division III college player.
A high academic school, too, Jeff. Huge academics. Just about ready to get into that. One of the first stateside Olympics was actually hosted at Washington University in St. Louis. Great baseball program, has been for a while. And it's on the ground is short. Wilson's got it. First out. From Durbin now 500 hitter. 1 out of 2. Back to the top of the order, and Bryce Terang. Terang reached in the fielder's choice in the third and then scored on the 2-out RBI double from Jackson Churio. Again, sort of good ball game. 82 pitches so far. He's only allowed the 3 hits. Foul. 3 hits in the span of 4 batters.
What are you talking?
If you're looking right in an arm from the Athletics, simple delivery, sunny grayish type of a look to him on the mound. Goes from the stretch only.
Acquired by the A's for Chris Bassett a couple of years ago. Before the start of the 22 season.
Yeah.
That's in tight.
That is in tight.
Yankee cutter 2-1 on Bryce Terrain.
Yeah, we mentioned how good this Athletics team is. I mean, 7-3 on the road, best record on the road this year, with a plus 24 run differential coming into the game, and just won 4 out of the last 5, including a sweep of the White Sox. So they're playing well.
Ground towards the middle, backhand play. Muncy throws the first and late. Soderstrom didn't catch it anyway. Terrain's got an infield single.
Green has a infield single.
99 times out of 100. I mean, we've seen him make this play. And Max Muncy, his counterpart at second base, unable to come up with this one as he's coming across. Is not able to make an accurate throw, and Bryce Terrain's going to beat that one anyway. Full infield hit for Bryce with 2 outs. Let's see if he's going to move right here.
All right, let's talk about this.
Jackson Churio's at the plate, doubled over the head of Andujar and left. Terrain goes and then stops. Dives back in at first base. 2 hard steps and then shut it down.
Langelier is just 1 out of 15 in throwing out would-be base stealers so far this season. Just not making accurate throws.
4 and 5 with stolen bases for Terrain.
Hey, come on over if you're watching that Pete show. Unsubscribe from him and subscribe to this channel.
Toss to first and Terrain back.
Again, is quick to the plate. Just kind of picks up that front foot and goes. Terrain's going to have to get a good jump to get there.
One and two.
1 and 2.
Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run leaderboard. Jackson Churio at the top. Those 5 home runs. Yelich by himself.
Hey, if you haven't checked out my podcast with these
1 and 2 on Jackson Churio.
If you haven't checked out my Brewers podcast, I drop it right now so you guys can see the podcast and stuff. But here it is. I'll put it in the chat right now. Here is the Brewers podcast. That's on this channel.
Disrupt the timing of the potential steal and the jump that Bryce Terrain is trying to get.
So yeah, that's this thing is. So, let me come back on screen so I can explain it to you. So when you click on this thing hang on, the link right here, it'll take you to all of my podcasts. So let me show you here on YouTube. So, okay, hang on, let me make myself big. and we move myself, we move that, but okay. I don't know if you guys can only tell, but you see, all right. Come on, phone, focus. But if you see right here, you see if you're on the phone and you click, well, if you see the word more, and click on that, scroll down a little, and you see where it says 17 episodes of the Brewers podcast or the Shady Lane Homes LLC. If you click on that, it is bringing you up to the show today's stream and every episode that I have called of the Brewers. Jacob Lopez is coming in. Oh, yeah, again. So if you click on that link right there, it'll take you straight to it. Okay. No. Yeah.
And now you have a better game plan for your retirement.
With all of life's curveballs, your travel budget is still steady.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings on GE Profile appliances. Sleek outside, dual dispense inside, and all-in-one laundry that can wash and dry in one machine. So cool. Get free delivery now at the Home Depot.
Meet Jonathan Thompson, an international travel writer on a mission to discover the most dynamic adrenaline-fueled destinations on the planet. Tune in to join Jonathan as he explores the world's best adventure cities.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. And by Old National Bank.
All right. Yeah. Milwaukee Braves changed it to Braves, Brewers, same thing.
Christian Yelich is coming up against Jacob Lopez, who's making his athletics debut. Last 2 years at Tampa Bay, very briefly, as Lopez with an inside move. 8 big league appearances, 2 starts, an ERA of 4 3/4. His first appearance in the big leagues this year for the Athletics. Acquired with Jeffrey Springs over here. And a good breaking ball for strike one. Doesn't throw particularly hard. You see the run average so far this season in Las Vegas, their AAA affiliate. He's got a big extension down the mound. Deceptive. 91's going to look a little bit harder just because of the way that he gets down the mound. About 7 feet of extension. 6'4", 220 out of Southern California. Swing and foul. That one had some hang time on it, and it also got a good chunk of Langoliers.
I think Shea Langoliers caught a break right here.
Big time. Big time.
Yeah, take a look at this slider right here, and Yelich hits it off the end, and he caught a big break.
Yeah.
Still doesn't feel good, I tell you that. Nope. It still hurts. And that will be a pretty good bruise for a while.
Not well.
Grab ball right side, base hit.
Ground ball. Base hit.
Streaks for
It is 3-0.
Jeff, that's his second hit of the year against a left-handed pitcher. That's it. He hangs in there on a slider. That's a big run right here for the third run of the game for the Brewers. Take a look at this. He stays in there on the slider. Christian Yelich. Oh, what a swing right here. Keeps the front shoulder locked in and hits a little ground ball into the 4-hole. 3-0 lead as we watch Jackson Churio screech around second base to get to third, and Bryce Turner scores easily.
Athletic move for Churio to avoid being hit by that ground ball from Yelich, too. Here's Contreras, way outside.
Way outside.
Second hit of the year for Christian Yelich off a lefty. You can tell he's feeling good.
2 for 2. He's been on base 3 times. On the ground. Wilson throws in time to get Contreras by half a step. The inning ends. Brewers give 1 and a couple of hits, strand the pair. 2-5. Brewers are up 3.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Greg takes Prevagen for his brain, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I live in Bloomington, Illinois. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me. I've been taking Prevagen for 8 years now, and it's still helping me tremendously.
Prevagen for your brain. Go beyond the field with Digging Deep. World Series champ Eric Hosmer brings you an exclusive look and behind the scenes.
I want to tell my story. I just didn't have that platform. I feel like baseball players in general don't have that platform.
Featuring the biggest athletes and biggest names, sharing their untold struggles.
It's almost like do so bad you feel like you're dreaming. Those are the last 4 years of my career.
And their biggest triumphs.
Be by example. It's simple. If I do that, then everything else is easy.
Hear firsthand stories and expert advice.
Not everybody's built to play in the big leagues. But if you can be a good teammate, you're going to get out of this game what you want to get out of it.
Hear from your favorite celebrities and the biggest names in sports and entertainment. Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle, J.J. Piccolo, George Brett, Bobby Witt Jr., Tyler Glasnow. All of this and more. Only on Digging Deep. Watch now on FanDuel Sports Network.
For every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual Foundation is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Milwaukee Brewers proud to partner curing childhood cancer. The Brewer law offices, one call that's all called the pen, brings in Nick Mears. Vinny, he's been phenomenal for the Brewers.
6th appearance for Nick Mears. Yeah, he has not given up a run as of yet. A couple of strikeouts last time out against the Tigers on Tuesday.
Mears, who had chronicled his illness to begin the season, the 1-0 is low, has retired all 14 batters he's faced in his first 5 outings this year.
We talked to Chris Hook about the adjustment that Nick Mears made. His better direction, he's more on time. He's able to get it to both sides of the plate. So we got 2 different breaking balls, the slider and the curve. You're not seeing much pop out of the hand with either one of them. Looks like a heater out of the hand.
There's a hitter at 94 right down the middle on J.J. Bleday. Foul straight back in the net.
I also talked to Jack Stern, the talented writer for Brewers Fanatic, and he said that he talked to Nick Mears about his hand placement as well. It's a little bit higher, so he's able to get that arm up on time.
the way. Sometimes it's just the littlest things, right? We talked about Freddie Peralta and where he stands on the mound, going from the middle of the mound to the extreme right side of the mound. Sometimes it's hand placement. That can make a world of difference.
Well, you wouldn't think
Yeah.
that timing is such an important factor in pitching, and it really is. The timing of when that front heel lands on the ground, down the mound, as to where your hand is at heel placement or heel plant, that determines if you're going to be able to stay through it without pulling your head off.
And he missed high, tried the slider on 3-2 and ends up walking J.J. Bleday.
He walks J.J. DeBlay.
The Brewers pitching staff tonight. Freddie Peralta walked one in his 5 innings of scoreless baseball. Did allow the 7 hits, which is a season high. He was able to pitch around it.
That's the first walk that Nick Mears has issued on the season.
And that one's very high and inside of Mears, who's not having a feel for that slider early. It's a 3-0 lead.
3-0 lead.
There's a strike throw to first, and that is Bleday.
Back is Bleday.
First of 3 with the Athletics.
First of 3 with the Athletics.
Gets 3 double plays on the season, makes a ton of contact.
Does not walk, has not walked a single time this year. Also doesn't strike out very much.
And not that fast, actually, for a middle infielder either.
Well, how do they?
1-2. Popped him up, foul territory. Bowers gives it a look and foul.
He's off to a great start this season. He's hitting .338 going into this game. Right now, .342 after the base hit earlier.
And that's a foul ball, first base side. An elite bat-to-ball skills.
He's hit 4 doubles on the season, and that's how he's been doing it down the line. He'll take that outside fastball and shoot it down the line.
Into right, sends Freeland back.
Sends Freeland back.
For out number 1. Let's go
For out number 1.
We heard Tom Flanagan talking about Tobias Myers making a start in Nashville. So, how'd he do?
It went very well, John. Tobias Myers, 5 scoreless innings for him, allowed just 2 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. The pitch count for him, 76 pitches, 48 strikes. So he's been working his way back from the left oblique injury, going back to spring training. The Brewers are hopeful that this would be his last rehab appearance, just again, based on the innings, the pitch count. He'll likely rejoin the team, and they're hoping that they could activate him on the upcoming road trip, which would be great. And as you guys mentioned as well earlier today, Brandon Woodruff with the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, he got through 4 innings, went 68 pitches, allowed 3 runs. So he will likely continue on that plan, pitching with the Nashville Sound. So another good appearance for Brandon Woodruff.
All good signs. Thank you, Sophia.
Yeah, all good signs.
Myers, next start, maybe in San Francisco for the next trip.
That'd be a place to pitch. Yeah, that'd be a welcome addition back into this rotation for sure. Last year, from June 1 on, he was 4th in the big leagues in ERA. Just an incredible breakout season for Tobias Myers after struggling for so long in the minors. Good sign that he's almost ready.
Yeah, 1-1, top of 6, 3-0 Bulls. That's in the dirt.
Mears, for the first time since coming back from the injured list, has looked a bit erratic with his command, and now Ryan Hudson starts loosening.
Yeah, that was a big wild pitch earlier in the at-bat to Andujar, because Andujar will ground into a double play as well.
Yeah, And there's a strike. 2-2.
Popped him up.
7 hits for the A's. Just 5 for the Brewers, but they made them count. Two for 3 with runners in scoring position of the Brewers, 0 for 4 of the A's. It's wide. Actually, one of the best hitting team runners in scoring position. The Athletics.
Right. Coming into the game, third in that category, hitting 283.
Hey.
On the ground, Durbin fields, throws, late for the third behind the runner, not in time.
Not in time.
By Durbin, not much more he can do. Andujar legs it out an infield single, and the tying run is coming up.
So hit too softly by Andujar. Durbin does his best to come in on this ball, throw on the run. You see the Andujar out in front, running it on the box, basically. And Durbin does a nice job of getting it over to Jake Bowers, but just hit too softly to complete the play.
Playing pretty deep was Durbin. And that close. Chris Hook out, chatting with Mears. Shelley coming up. How about a quick message first from Digger's Hotline?
Hey, buddy, does even your project need Digger's Hotline? There could be electrical gas or internet lines right under your feet. Every time you dig, Digger's Hotline.
Big AB here with Urshela trying to get a ground ball. Nick Mears, who's done such a good job at getting swing and miss so far, has not had a single one.
Yeah, 0 whiffs so far. Nick Mears' arsenal. Like that slider just does not have the same bite to it. Tonight, let's see if he can lock it in. He has thrown a lot.
21 pitches so far from Mears. Gets a ground ball to third. Durbin backhand goes to second, one to first. Safe is the call at first base. We'll see if the Brewers want to take a look. Close play at first base. Pat Murphy holding things up. And they will not challenge. The Brewers have yet to make a replay challenge this year. Let's see how close it was.
Yeah, Urshela off the end of the bat. Durbin with a good feed over to Terang, and then he's able to turn it. Just Urshela able to beat it out. Who already hit into a double play earlier in this game. Yeah, now the A's are on the board.
RBI fielder's choice and a pop-up, foul territory, and in the seats for Max Muncy. First run allowed this year by Mears. Muncy a base hit, a strikeout. The foul.
It's the little things too, right, Jeff? I mean, it was the wild pitch that allowed the runner to get to second base, then move up on the infield base hit. And that's what allowed him to score.
Otherwise, you're looking at first and second. Durbin steps on third and goes across the diamond. Muncy takes low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. No, hold it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Try to end the other 1-2 coming.
Oh.
Liner.
Caught by Tulang. Nice catch.
Just for good measure. Platinum for Terang.
Okay. Let's see something.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
There's a reason they don't call them clean bikes, am I right?
Yeah. The dirt bike. Gas station.
What?
You gotta start at the top and work your way down.
I'm getting annoying, you.
Want me to do yours next? Oh, you're from Oklahoma.
They have to fill the silence.
Bottom of 6.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Look at this hot rodder.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it would tell stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Northwestern Mutual. Batter up to a better way to money today. NorthwesternMutual.com.
Let's go, Brewers. Cha-cha.
Let's go places. The only race was for second place today.
Only second place.
We're back in the bottom of the 6th inning. South Freelick tried to bunt his way on. It's 0-1. Ground out pop-up for South Freeland.
Ground out, top up for South Freelick.
Nobody loosening in that A's bullpen, so it's going to be Lopez.
Lopez is pitching, and then Ortiz, Mitchell, and Dubin, and then Turang if anybody else gets on. Base hit. South Freelick. Double. That was an amazing.
This is not a comfortable at bat for a left-handed hitter to face Lopez. He's stepping right at you and then almost placing the ball in the catcher's mitt. That's how far out in front he gets. And look at this swing by Sal. Strong top hand, keeps the barrel above the baseball, and drives a double. The base of the wall.
Reese. Hoskins.
Pat Murphy's going to go to the bench.
Pat Murphy's going to go to the bench.
For Jake Bowers.
Jake Bowers.
Hoskins been hot on this homestand. 6 out of 9, including a couple of homers. A 2-run homer on Wednesday. And now he gets to face a lefty.
Now crowd to face a lefty. In tight.
This was Wednesday with the opposite way. Second home run in as many days for Reese Hoskins.
Wow.
Reese Hoskins takes advantage of the mistake.
Well, that was Wednesday night. The crowd cheers and the crowd applauds it. So I say, what the heck?
Just hasn't been getting a whole lot of pitches to hit. That home run that he hit to the opposite field, that was the pitch that Reese is looking for up and out over the plate. He didn't miss it.
If you just join, I'm doing another one here on a different site. If you on this thing listening to this Brewers podcast during the game, well, hi, Towon. Dubal makes the catch. And
Not what he wanted to do. He wanted to move up Sal from second and third. Check out the hanging changeup from Lopez, and Reese knew he just missed it.
Just a click in front. Here's Joey Ortiz. He's over.
here's Joy Ortiz.
And there's a strike on Ortiz.
Strike on Ortiz.
Just 4 runs batted in on the season for Joey. Trying to pick up another one. And that is high.
That is high for ball.
Just what there. 92. Right down the middle. Joey
Right
late.
down the pipe. Hang on.
Good call, but you could see Sal inching further and further on that secondary lead.
I love the aggressiveness by Sal right here. After they check on him with the inside move, and he takes off next pitch.
Wilson, the shortstop, trying to keep him close. Ortiz to right. Freeland back to tag. Butler's got it, and a good hold from Sal. Butler's got a good arm out there in right.
A good throw from Lawrence Butler and getting into good position to make the throw. Stay behind it.
There's Garrett Mitchell. He struck out twice against Ginn, the starter. 4 2/3 for Ginn.
Hey.
3 runs up, 4
Yes.
hits. He walked a couple, struck out 7. And just missed it. Garrett Mitchell had a good pass, that fastball in the inner part of the plate.
I think it's interesting that Murph not going to Isaac Collins here in a situation where he may have in the past. Showing some trust right here in Garrett Mitchell. Let's see if it pays off.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back heaters. And fouled away. He's had some pretty hittable pitches in his sequence.
And so Lopez and Langoliers reading the swing, right? So he's super late on the previous fastball, so they give him another one. Garrett just missed that last one, still behind it.
Another inside move.
Another inside move.
Leadoff double for Sal Frelick, still standing at second base. Breaking ball got him swinging. And Mitchell strikes out. Leadoff double from Frelick, and he stays at second. For the 7th, Brewers up by 2.
It's usually just one person trying on shoes.
Discover doubles your cash back at the end of your first year, so I'm going to use mine to get something for my beautiful stunt double, Eileen.
You earn, we match.
Wow.
Discover Cashback Match.
We'll take them.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. We're your one-stop shop for everything you need. Get truckload savings on items for everyone in your household. We have it all from big to small and everything in between. Need cleaning supplies? Stack up and save big on top brands like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Right now, receive a $10 instant savings on a single qualifying purchase of $40 or more on Procter & Gamble products.
Save big money in the night.
What do you do when things get tough? You don't give up. You stand your ground. If you've been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer and have tried hormone therapy,
I think I know what you need.
Pluvicto is not chemotherapy. It's a different treatment that targets PSMA-positive cells. It's now FDA approved after one hormone therapy and before chemotherapy. Pluvicto involves contact with radioactivity, which may increase the risk for cancer and cause fetal harm. Drink plenty of fluids, urinate often, use contraception, and talk to your doctor about ways to reduce the risk of exposing others to radiation during and after treatment. Pluvicto can cause low levels of blood cell counts, kidney problems, and infertility. Tell your doctor if you have weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, bleeding or bruising more easily, an infection, or changes in urination. Side effects include decreased blood cell counts, tiredness, dry mouth, nausea, appetite loss, joint or back pain, and constipation. Ask your doctor about Pluvicto because every day without cancer progression is a victory.
7 innings presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Live look into the Jody Landon Cool's barrel yard right behind left field. Rhys Hoskins takes over at first base after his pinch hit appearance. And Abner Uribe is on the mound, his 10th appearance already been.
Yeah, just threw a third of an inning, just 6 pitches last time out against the Tigers on Wednesday. He's been really, really good. 3 in a row scoreless for Abner. You see the ERA is sterling 1.04 with 10 punch-outs and just 3 walks. Big first out to get right here against Butler.
Top of the order for the Athletics.
Top of the order for the Athletics.
First pitch is in tight 98. Ryan Wills behind the plate in a good zone. Has not expanded on that side of the plate 1 inch.
Right. That's a good call.
Butler fouls it away.
A good job by Abner to get back into the count. 1-1. How many times did we see last year where he'd fall behind and then he just let it snowball on him?
Lands the slider. That's such a big pitch for him to nine for strikes.
You're right. What do you think now as a hitter? You got to protect for 98 sinkers, and then he's got that in his back pocket.
An emergency swing almost took it out of the glove of Contreras. One out of 3 for Butler. On base in 15 straight games. Back foot slider, 2-2. Found it away. Good slider from Uribe.
Yeah, really good slider right there, Jeff. After the back foot one was way out of the zone, he comes back with 1 for a strike. Butler stays alive.
He's made 2 ton of sliders in this sequence. Only a couple of fastballs. He's got 3 straight sliders. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him.
Got him.
Pass on the outside corner, 1 away.
1 away.
Stuff to get Abner Uribe. This is a different Abner Uribe this season because he's able to come back, make a pitch when he needs to make a pitch. Look at how Williams sets up on the inside part of the plate to give him a target to throw to because that sinker is moving so much. Good pitch by Abner.
Just did catch the corner. Here's Rooker. He takes the breaking ball down and away. There's so many teams nowadays with guys with stuff that tell their catchers set up down the middle and just let that action of the pitch take the ball where it's going to take it instead of setting up on a corner and giving it a small window for the pitcher to work with.
When Abner's ball moves so much, he actually needs the entire plate as a target in order to still be able to land it for a strike. But you're right. Stuff plays in the zone. That's what guys are learning and teaching.
Swing and miss.
3 straight sliders to open up against Rooker. He is yet to see
the dead red piece of cheese.
And a line drive past Ortiz. That slider hung up in the zone for Uribe. It's a base hit for Rooker.
Base hit for Rooker.
In every inning so far for the Athletics.
He gets hit. Look at this effort by Joey Ortiz. He's just past the diving Joey Ortiz. And a good effort.
There's Soderstrom representing the tying run. Base hit to left and a single off of Peralta's foot in the fifth.
Shit.
Up and away. Both bullpens are moving. This is a game that belongs to the bullpens. Fly ball to center. Right at Garrett Mitchell. Soderstrom just missed it. 2 away.
He's just missed a couple of balls tonight. 95 off of the bat right there. And it was off the end. The league leader in homers just missed it.
2 away for Langoliers. He's popped up twice and then lined to right in his last time. Look out for his pitch. And he took it high. Brian Hudson back loosening for the Brewers. Lefty JJ Bleday on deck.
JJ Bleday on deck.
Liner to the left. Sends Churio in now and makes the catch. And the inning ends. Just base hit by Rooker. Durbin, Terang, Churio coming up after the stretch.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings on Samsung appliances. Like the all-in-one washer dryer with super speed from Samsung. Ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
That was easy.
Get free delivery now at the Home Depot.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you, Jim B. Best enjoy it together.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Bloomberg officers. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Bloomberg officers. One call, that's all.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking,
Yeah.
the music gets drowned out.
That's why you never should drink and drive.
Life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Seventh inning and the game summary presented by Honolulu Casino Hotel. Christian Yelich, 2 for 2, couple of runs batted in. Jackson Churio, an RBI.
Jackson Churio with a couple RBI batted in.
Caleb Durbin, his first big league hit, his first time up. Trying to lead things off at the bottom of the seventh against Lopez, who's still out there. Play ball to the left. Shallow, who wants it?
Newhart dropped it.
Back to first base with another knock. That was hit into no man's land.
Caleb Durbin dumps one into left field. And Newhart, who struggles out in the outfield, quite frankly, does so again here. And
They're calling that a sack bunt.
base hit for Caleb Durbin, now 2 for 3 on the day in his big league debut. You know he saw that slider on the head, he just missed it. And Newhart not able to come up with it.
In and out of the glove for a base hit. Terrain bunts. Lopez bobbles.
Safe.
Yeah, this is Murphy ball at its finest right here. Bryce Terrain gets a tough lefty, lays down funds right in. Gets position. That's first and second. Nobody out. Third and you go check it out. Bryce right now, even a good bunt. Right back to him. But too much pressure on. And too much speed. So Bryce Terrain is able to cause all kinds of problems for Lopez. First and second, nobody out.
Sacrifice in one. And we're going to get a pitching change. Marcante is making his way out to go take it home from Jacob Lopez. Right-hander Justin Sterner is coming in for the Athletics. Things are cooking for the Brewers. Solid offense with Churio striking the plate with 2 on, nobody out.
Morgan freedom, fresh and delicious fun. Bold flavors between bread, room temper tender greens, comfort in a cup. The Chocolate Factory is open. Experience the taste sensation from 1772.
What would you do with $50,000 to improve your home? Backed by popular demand, WeatherTight is thrilled to announce our $50,000 home makeover sweepstakes has returned. You can't win if you don't get in. Enter in seconds by visiting WeatherTightCorp.com.
When it comes to fun, we know things to about an equal river. Because when we're here on the lake, or on the trail, or downtown, and this lake too, and this trip, heck, anywhere you go in Eagle River is fun, because we're up north and bound for a good time. Plan your trip at EagleRiver.org.
My overall experience with Google offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you. It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me. I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
The experience with Brewer was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
It gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured on Ruger Law Offices, one call, that's all.
Google Law offices had my best interests at heart.
Tonight's Tavern of the Game winner is Primetime Bar and Grill in Appleton. If the tavern calls the Milwaukee Brewers by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they will receive 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Fest. This is offered courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite. Good fish fry over at that bar. That's what I heard.
Up in Appleton. A lot of people going there after the Brandon Woodward free-half start. This is Justin Sterner, 10th appearance for him. See the numbers. He's been a good one for the Athletics.
Yet to give up a run for the Athletics this season. Ace is good too. Did one end up in the jar.
First pitch down the way.
Got a vertical fastball at 93. Really difficult to get on top of. He's been striking out the world because of that pitch. Cutter and sweeper.
Waiver claim from the Rays. He's 2-0 on Jackson Churio.
You have 54 stolen bases in the minor leagues and has only caught 4.
That is a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2-1 on Churio.
We'll see how that pitch rides out at the bottom. It's got a lot of, it's called vertical movement, meaning carry on the pitch. Both at the top and the bottom, it's going to be effective.
Runners go. Fly ball right center. Butler's going to have a beat on it. Terrain have a retouch. The throw is airmailed by Butler. And now Durkin is going to go in third.
That's a play by Caleb Durbin right here. Tagging on at second base. Creates some pressure for Gordon Butler to get the ball in. And he airmails the throw, like you said, Jeff. And then it gets away from Jacob Wilson. And Durbin's able to move up. Runners are going because Sturr is extremely slow to the plate.
And we have to retouch the bases too, Vinny.
Both runners retouch the bases that they were already passed. And then Durbin gets to third base when it hits a plate.
Durbin's one up right on the bases so far this inning. Moving air on Butler and right to advance Durbin. And now it's Yelich. He takes strike 1, 93 in the inside corner. Yelich 2 for 2, attributing 2 of the 3 runs to the Brewers. They've scored in all of the odd innings to this point, except for the first. The first day attack is Terrain. Durbin took a couple of jabs down third base.
They're going to be checking out Bryce Terrain here because, again, Sturr is slow to the plate. The Langoliers has not had a good year so far throwing the baseball.
It's up and away, 1-1 strike. In a situation where you're trying to scratch a couple of runs across, you do have the beat for the order of the plate. But you have the speed on the bases right now where you can see some first and third offense.
I was just going to say, you don't want to take the bat out of Christian Yelich's hand either.
Foul by Yelich on the clock.
Especially with how well he has swing the bat.
Two on Yelich. It's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Third, 19 inches of vertical movement. What does that mean? That means it looks higher than the ball is carried through the zone, and it's very difficult to get on top of. That's why he's had success this year.
Yelich takes high, almost 2 feet of vertical. Right. That's a lot.
Good time to work deep fastball to start.
There it goes. Ground ball sharply hit. And with the runner going, that will allow the run to score. Third RBI of the game for Yelich. Scorched it to second base.
And again, another hard hit ball right at someone for Christian Yelich, but it does bring home a run because, like you said, Jeff, Bryce Terrain was going on the pitch, the 3-2 pitch. It gives a little cushion for this Brewers lead 4-1.
Hardest hit ball of the night for Yelich. It was 105 off the bat. Smoked it.
Right at Max Muncy. Shipped it over to first base.
Contreras now trying to add to it. And it takes wide barely.
Here's the thing, you have to understand that the top of this order for the A's is going to probably hit one more time, and that means Tyler Soderstrom has a chance to hit again. They're trying to extend this lead.
In the center, it is trapped, and another run will score. A late call from the first base umpire on catch, no catch in center field. It's an RBI signal for Contreras.
That's absolutely huge. Need to pad this lead against this dangerous Oakland Athletics. Not Oakland lineup, as Contreras does a really nice job of getting on top of that cutter right there, and you could see that it was a trap by J.J. Bleday. Big hit.
So it's a 2-run 7th inning. Brewers are up by 4. Freeland fouls it away. It's on 2.
Talking about a complete lineup now from this Milwaukee Brewers offense. And you have these guys swinging the bats like they are, like Christian Yelich, Reese Hoskins, William Contreras. 11-game winning streak now for him. Runner goes. It's loaded to dirt, and Contreras for the swipe it back. Expecting breaking ball in 2 strikes. Got a huge jump. Yeah, it's just a track meet against Sterner. Yeah, he is doing nothing to try and speed up his delivery. That is low and knocked down by Langoliers. Hoskins on deck. Freeland doubled his last time. He's 1 for 3. On base, 14 in a row for Sal. Yeah, he walked him. He's on again. Sets up Hoskins. Gets us really dialed in at the plate. Frustrated that he didn't have an opportunity to swing at a pitch because he's too good at the dish. Right? I mean, after he hit that double against Lopez, that tough lefty, he's basically stepping right at a left-handed hitter, and then he gets on top of that slider that he hit, and then this at-bat, quality at-bat. Scott Emerson is out to have a quick word with Sterner. Reese Hoskins gets another shot. Jose Leclerc, former closer to the Texas Rangers, is starting to get loose now. One swing could really break this game open. Already a 4-run lead. Five's been the magic number for the Brewers the last couple of games. Beat the Tigers 5-1 on Wednesday, 5-0 on Tuesday to win that series. Check swing right back to Sterner, falls down the mound. Flips it over to first base to end the inning. Brewers get a couple of runs though. They swell their lead to 4. Thanks, everyone. Especially she says nothing enough to help us out. Second, okay.
I don't understand this right? Home, car, and business insurance. Because they think the more you touch, the more you should save. That's simple common sense.
Lowe's knows when you own a home or run a business, the things you need add up and fast. When you're a member of Lowe's, your earnings add up fast too. A free My Lowe's Rewards membership. When you do upkeep or upgrades, start earning points with My Lowe's Money. Get member-only deals and free shipping. Free, yes, free. Join for free with more Lowe's.
Sleep well, Milwaukee. Shop the latest and newest style of your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for everything. Market, Eagles, Wisconsin Badgers, Brewers, and the Packers. Shop your favorite teams in store and online at rallyhouse.com.
This is the legendary night. If this cancer coat,
Peace, folks.
you probably never started your telling. Here's the 50 years of military.
And this is not a blue moon. Nowadays,